Alright, we're live on the Facebag and the YouTube, or we will be on the YouTube in a second. Alright, I'm going to get set up here real quick. This is going to be a 9:45 p.m. severe weather update for Wednesday, the 2nd of June, 2021. I just need to press some buttons. Alright, good evening. I'm David Reimer with the Texas Storm Chasers. It's 9:45 on Wednesday, the 2nd of June, 2021. We've got a few regions of strong to severe thunderstorms this evening across the state of Texas. We've got some in West Texas, generally moving towards Lubbock. And we've got some severe storms coming on into Travis County, including the city of Austin. This isn't going to be your typical springtime severe weather setup by any stretch of the imagination. This is more of a summertime situation where we have pretty unstable air mass, but not a lot of wind shear to work with. So we're dealing with more of a multicellular type storm situation, line segments, little thunderstorm clusters versus supercellular storm modes. That being said, this storm is producing a copious to nearly non-stop amount of lightning. A lot of cloud-to-ground lightning with this thunderstorm. One reason we have a severe thunderstorm warning is for the potential for damaging straight-line winds. And we definitely do have winds about 45 to 55, maybe 60 mile an hour in a spot or two, moving into portions of Round Rock, Georgetown, towards Pflugerville, the north side of the city of Austin. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 10:15 p.m. for portions of Williamson and Travis counties in central Texas. It's going to be for a severe storm moving east at about 30 miles per hour. Another issue with this thunderstorm is it is dropping a lot of rainfall, so it will not take long for street flooding to begin in earnest. As we all are well aware, we've had a lot of rain over the last few weeks, so whatever rain falls now will quickly cause street flooding. Keep that in mind if you approach a low water crossing, and keep in mind also that in the middle of the night, even with nonstop lightning, it is very difficult to see floodwaters over a roadway due to the darkness. So keep that in mind. We could have some street flooding in portions of Williamson and Travis counties from Georgetown to Round Rock down to Austin develop over the next 30 to 60 minutes. We've got another strong thunderstorm northwest of Giddings, just south of Lexington, coming up on Highway 77 and Highway 21. This storm's generally moving east at about 25 miles an hour. Could have some gusty winds of 45 to 55 miles per hour, in addition to maybe some nickel to dime size hail and very heavy rainfall. We've got some storms across southeast Texas this evening. Produced some locally heavy rain across Harris County this afternoon into early this evening. These storms are essentially meandering around. You can see we've got an outflow boundary from near Katy to Iowa Colony to Alvin, and that outflow boundary should be moving southwest. Now, let's go take a look at the thunderstorms ongoing in portions of West Texas early this evening. Now, these are more organized compared to the storms farther east in central and southeast Texas. We do have a little bit more wind shear across West Texas, the high plains season, as some may call it. So, this is going to be a line of strong to severe thunderstorms moving east at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. You can see we do have several hail cores being indicated by radar. We've got one northeast of Plains, generally moving towards sundown. That could have some quarter to ping pong ball size hail. We've got another severe storm northwest of Loveland, north of Whiteface. That's about to intersect with a strong to severe storm coming in from the west over Morton. In addition to some hail, these storms are also capable of producing damaging straight-line winds, 45, 55, maybe 65 miles per hour. And, of course, heavy rainfall. These are likely going to pay Lubbock a visit over the next couple of hours, and as usual, at least for the last couple weeks, we are probably going to end up having some flooding problems. You can see this complex of thunderstorms as this animation loads. It's actually moving east-southeast at a pretty good clip. We have northwesterly winds aloft pushing these thunderstorms to the southeast, especially once they start growing upscale into a squall line or a thunderstorm cluster. Like last night, this thunderstorm cluster, depending on what all happens tonight, may continue well into the night as it moves towards the Permian Basin, the Big Country, and the Concho Valley. So we'll have to keep an eye on these storms. Could have some localized damage and straight-line winds, some hail, but I think the primary issue will be heavy rain and street flooding. Again, it's been wet for a couple of weeks now, so whatever falls could cause some minor localized flooding. Same thing goes with the storms moving into Austin, Georgetown, Round Rock. Same thing goes for southeast Texas, and frankly, this kind of pattern is going to continue through the weekend and early next week at least. This is going to be a daily occurrence. We're kind of on the border between late spring and summer, where we've still got some northwesterly winds aloft that help push thunderstorms to the southeast at night, and then during the daytime, at least during the summer, we have enough tropical moisture in place to get those pop-up thunderstorms. So, again, storms with gusty winds, maybe some small hail moving into Austin, Round Rock, Georgetown, could cause some localized flooding. We've got another strong storm about to cross over Highway 77 between Lexington and Giddings, kind of near the intersection of Highway 21. Assuming that storm continues, it may impact Somerville to Brenham around 11 p.m. Small hail, gusty winds, heavy rain, and all these storms are producing abhorrent amounts of cloud-to-ground lightning. So, you know what? When thunder roars, go indoors. Please don't go stand under a tree. I don't know why you'd be standing under a tree at 10 o'clock at night, to be honest, but when lightning strikes trees, it tends to cause the moisture in said tree to instantly, what's the proper term? I don't think vaporize is the proper term. Essentially boil over in steam. So I guess, yeah, vaporize will work, and that causes the bark to explode, and that's when you can have flying bark, and that just does bad things. Go Google that on YouTube. You'll see some very interesting videos of what happens when tree bark explodes after a tree is struck by lightning. So when thunder roars, go indoors, and turn around, don't drown, or total your vehicle. Keep in mind, it won't take a lot of rain this evening to end up causing new street flooding. And these thunderstorms are producing very heavy rainfall, but at least they're moving at a decent clip and not sitting over one area. You can keep an eye on these storms across the state this evening and over the next several days with the interactive weather radar on our website at texasstormchasers.com/radar and in our free mobile app, Texas Storm Chasers, on the Apple Store, whatever, the App Store, and Google Play. And be sure you're following us on YouTube. Meteorologist Jason Cooley has been out for several days now streaming live storm chasing video over on our YouTube channel, which is also embedded into our website. So I'm David Reimer at the Texas Storm Chasers. We'll keep an eye on things, and we'll be back if necessary. Otherwise, have a good night and God bless.